Border Report's Sandra Sanchez was on that ride along and joins me live. Sandra, great to see you again. I do want to talk about those wristbands, but before we get to that, just what stands out to you the most about what you saw on that ride along?
Yeah, we really saw nothing for 5 hours. But then we came to this brushland, this windswept banks of the Rio Grande, and there were, I said hundreds, but I really believe there were thousands of wristbands. And these were not old wristbands. As you saw, these were multicolored. They would be faded in this extreme environment here. We have triple digit heat. We've had 90 degrees recently. So these wristbands would have been weathered and worn, but they were not. We also saw like fresh teddy bears and fresh pieces of sweatpants that were still wet that had just been removed. We saw children's clothes in the trees that were new. And as the Border Patrol agents walked us around, they were pointing out, that's new, that's new, that's new. As you can see, the wristbands say llegadas, which means arrivals, entregas, which means deliveries. Some of them said Mexican. They're all different colors. Let me tell you, the colors signify which cartel crossed them. It signifies how many times they crossed. It's almost like a carnival ride. The cartel give them usually about 3 tries to get across, and they give them different colors depending on what number try it is. They're told not to remove the wristbands unless they safely make it to U.S. soil. Because if they are returned and they still are wearing the color wristband, then they indicate, oh, well, they failed on, let's say, their second try. So, I mean, as I asked the agent, it's a well-oiled machine, and she said, absolutely.
Wow. All right. So let's talk about these additional troops that are going to the border. We've been reporting that this all day today. The total number will be roughly 9,000. But again, we're also reporting on that significant drop that we're seeing at the border under this second now Trump administration. So do we have a clear picture of what these additional troops will actually be doing in light of this, significant drop in crossings?
We don't know for certain, but I can tell you what I have seen: supplemental troops and forces and Texas National Guard and other National Guard, when they come to the border, what they do. Number one, they help put up infrastructure. They help maintain communications. As you can see there, concertina wire. They help to put up, it's a very lengthy process, and it helps to keep people off of the banks of the Rio Grande. They help to operate equipment like the drones and the aerostats that we have up. They help to maintain comms, communications. So although we're not exactly sure what they'll be doing, and yes, arrests are extremely down. The month of January, the CBP here, we were 5,965 in the RGB sector. We were the second most in the nation, just under San Diego, but still, that's a huge drop. A year ago, December, we were having 3,000 migrant encounters per day here in the RGB sector, most of that in Brownsville. And a lot of that ended when, well, Title 42 was lifted, but also when this concertina wire was put up all along the banks of the Rio Grande, especially in the Brownsville to Matamoros area.
All right, so Sandra, I want to talk more. I want to go back to those abandoned wristbands. We're seeing the video of it there. What is the feeling right now on the other side of the border? Where are all the people who would have crossed? Where are they going?
Well, I've been told that many of them have gone back to, say, Mexico City to wait it out. But a lot of people just don't believe that CBP One app, the asylum appointments, are canceled. They don't believe that the border is closed, as President Trump tweeted over the weekend. They're still coming to the border. And now, as Jorge mentioned, the cost has gone from about $8,000 to upwards of $20,000 per person.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.